Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Bad Boys Ride or Die. Hopefully this is a little bit more in focus. I realize that after I film the great content that I do, and I see it, it's like, oh, it's not focused. Well, sorry about that. I actually tried to go outside and use my camera to take a picture of the moon. No bueno. Wow, I can't even get this thing to work. But anyway, back to what we're here about. This summer, the world's favorite bad boys are back. Oh, this summer. With their iconic mix of edge-of-your-seat action and outrageous comedy. This time with a twist. Miami's finest are now on the run. I don't know. Alright, so I wasn't sure, ever since Will Smith, who I honestly, I'm Fresh Prince in Bel-Air, you know what I mean? Like, I looked up to him. Muhammad Ali, what was that, not Seven Signs, but like that, there were some movies that he was really, really good in, but then the whole Oscars thing. So I've kind of been like out on Will Smith, although he hasn't been out, and here I am watching it. Martin Lawrence, of course, is in it. Alexander Ludwig, I love him. I think he's awesome. Vanessa Hudgens from High School Musical and a lot of other things. Eric Dane is in it. I mean, Tiffany Haddish is in it. Joe Pantoliano is in it. Alright. DJ Khaled. John Salley. I mean, that's it. That's where I go. Alright. And so, I heard it's good. 6.9 on IMDb. 34,960 people rated it so far. I don't know. I'm going to do it. Let's check it out. I'll let you know what I think. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Bad Boys Ride or Die, and it was good. It was a lot of fun. Here's what kind of gets me on this one. They had Bad Boys for Life, and I saw it. I probably had a review of it. I don't know. I don't remember any of it. Nothing. So, like, I had no idea Vanessa Hudgens was in that one. And some of the other characters. I forget everything about it. That's always what happens with these sequels for me. And in normal situations like this, you don't really need a lot, but, in the opening scene is them going to Mike Lowry's wedding, right? The Fresh Prince, that's how many times, Will Smith's character's wedding. I don't remember the girl, like, is that his sister? Is Martin Lawrence's sister? I don't know. I tried to look her up, I didn't see her in the previous one, in the actors. But that's when I saw, Vanessa Hudgens was in it. So, anyway, so there's a lot of that stuff. There's a lot of connections. I do remember the captain. He's one of the guys I mentioned. I forget it, from Eddie and the Cruisers. Wasn't sure, the storyline behind him. That's easily to figure out in this one. If you haven't seen that one, maybe. If you have seen that one, you remember, you know what I'm talking about. I had no idea. And also, again, hopefully this isn't a spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen the third one yet, you're kind of like me. Mike Lowry's son is in this one, and he was in the one before, so he reprises his role in this. I totally forgot all of that. So, kind of going into it completely blind, really, knowing, I just know these two guys are partners, detectives, cops, whatever, who, are best friends but fight, and, all that kind of stuff. So, that's all I know going into it, and that's what it is. That's really the whole movie. Now there's a slight change, I'll say, and you'll have to watch it in their roles, right? So Will Smith's character was always the strong, fierce, never scared kind of, whereas Martin Lawrence's character was more, hey, he's a cop, but he's he's got a family, he's got worries, he's got fears. They kind of try and reverse that a little bit in this one. That's the biggest takeaway. Otherwise, it's two guys who've got to solve a crime, and they're in Miami, and they need to do all that kind of stuff. I will also say too that it was funny because I didn't piece this together until there's a scene where Michael Bay is driving a Porsche, and he has a cameo, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I don't think Michael Bay directed this one. He directed the first one, maybe the second. I don't know about the third. But I was like, oh, he's in this. And then I was like, oh, he must be. And then when I went to look back, he was in the last one too. He was the MC guy for the DJ or something like that. So he must do special guest appearances. So be on the lookout for him throughout this one. Well, bottom line is, it's your everyday action. It's your Bad Boys action film, right? There's nothing super creative. It's just really, is it going to make you laugh? And there were, I think, some funny moments. It was nothing really out loud, but enough to keep me entertained the whole time, and I enjoyed it. It's not like better than the first. I don't think it ever could be, but it was fun. I liked Vanessa Hudgens and Alexander Ludwig's characters. I do like them. Eric Dane is always awesome. Ian Goldford, who was in it, he was in it as well. I meant the captain's name was Joe Pantoliano. Anyway, that's not important. There was one person I wanted to say that's not even shown here. So the girl from, oh yeah, there she is, Sir Rhea Seehorn. Rhea Seehorn, and I don't believe she was in the previous one. She is from Better Call Saul. Kim, I think was her name in Better Call Saul. She was a blonde girl, his love interest, one of the main characters, who I think she comes in as the head of the U.S. Marshal, something like that, like some sort of cop. Because they got the detectives, they got the FBI is involved, and then she has marshals on. So I don't know what she is, but she's some head of something, and she's the daughter of the captain. So she plays a pretty decent role in this. And honestly, I thought she was well cast for the role, but for some reason it didn't work for me. I thought, okay, she'd be good. She's really got that stone face, mean, and I think she could play a good whatever it is, head of whatever. She has that. But there were certain scenes where I was she felt out of place to me. And that just stood out to me. I don't know why I'm sharing it. I like her. Liked her in Better Call Saul. All that kind of stuff. Uh-oh. Now this is going crazy. So there's something going on here. It's going backwards. I went roll through all the credits. And now, okay. 305 BC. I got to pause this. Post-credit scene. So that's here to help you. So stick around. That's why I always let them roll while I talk to you. But there's not much else to say, right? It's unbelievable action film. It's all about the comedy for me. And they call it buddy comedy. I didn't know that there was a term for that. But that's worth it enough for me to watch it. So if you enjoyed the first three and that kind of humor, you'll like this one. Again, nothing over the top special. But if you're not a fan of Will Smith anymore, you'll want to skip this one. But otherwise, there you go. That's what I got. I don't know if I was helpful at all, but I had fun. It's a fun film. I'm glad I waited till it came out streaming. There you go. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.
Thank you.